Identifix has over 45 OE factory-trained ASE Master L1 Carline Specialists on our Repair Hotline.
I'm Jim Newkirk. I'm the Senior European Carline Specialist here on the Identifix Hotline. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about the hotline and what we're facing today as technicians. Now, I've been a technician for a long time. I started way back in 1976. So I've seen the evolution of automotive technology go from points and carburetors all the way to multiple computers running multiple systems, everybody doing something just slightly different across all the different car lines. Now, it's a lot of fun and it's never dull, but I tell you what, it's gotten harder to fix cars simply because of the level of complexity that we're dealing with today. Now, why is a hotline important, and what can a hotline do for you as a technician to actually get cars fixed in a timely manner, correct the first time, which is important? Boy, I tell you what, none of us like a comeback. And of course, how you can leverage the hotline into putting more money in your back pocket at the end of the day. Hey, we all want to do that.
Our Repair Hotline is organized into 5 Carline-specific teams: GM, Chrysler, Ford, European, and Asian. So you're always speaking with an expert on your particular vehicle.
So in other words, if you call in with a problem on a Ford, you're going to be talking to a Ford expert, a Ford master technician, somebody who's had years and years of experience working on Fords and only Fords. And that individual is going to have a broad and deep knowledge base to help you get to a solution.
The Carline Specialists at Identifix have taken millions of calls on all kinds of vehicle issues. Something that might be new to you, we may have seen before and already know the fix. We're not a silver bullet. We're a friendly team of master technicians dedicated to working with you to find your fix, saving you time and frustration.
Now, the beauty of having experts on a hotline available to you is now we can put our heads together and we can shortcut the diagnostic time significantly to get you to a solution. One of the beauties of a hotline and the fact that we see things maybe 5 to 6 times a day that you might see only once a year is the fact that we've done all the legwork. We've already gone down all the dead ends and said, you know, for this problem, we don't want to go in this direction, we don't want to go in this direction. Let's go in this direction because this is what we see most often. That's a powerful tool. Because we're problem solvers and because we have a little bit of pride involved in that, sometimes you can say to yourself, you know, I'm not going to go after calling a hotline because I can figure this out. Well, I'll tell you what, you're a good technician and I'm sure you could figure something out. But if I asked you this question, if I said to you, hey, would you go ahead and diagnose a trouble code on a vehicle without utilizing a scan tool? Could you do it with a digital volt ohm meter and a test light? Well, probably. But would it be efficient? And the answer is no. Now let's look at what I think are the 3 most important reasons to use the hotline. Let's talk first about what happens if you get a car in that you're just flat not familiar with. Let's say that you're a shop that works primarily on the big 3 American cars, but your good customer, he happens to own a Volkswagen. You don't know anything about Volkswagens. Do you want to turn that customer away? Well, of course you don't. Number 2, let's say that you're going through a diagnosis and it comes down that you've condemned a very expensive part. On a Volkswagen, you can have a main engine processor that'll run $1,400. You don't want to put a $1,400 part in without being 100% sure. Once again, call the hotline. You're going to talk to an expert, and that expert is going to say, well, what have you tested? What are your results? And we're going to walk through that together and come down to a conclusion that, boy, yeah, based on all your testing, I don't see any flaws in your logic here. I think you've got a bad processor. So once again, that can save you a boatload of money out of your pocket by putting in the wrong part and having to pay for it. And once again, get you diagnosed and down the road. All right? And then the final thing is, don't bang your head against a brick wall if you don't understand or don't know or don't have a pretty good idea. I like to go about 30 to 45 minutes. If I don't know or have a good idea what direction I'm going in a diagnosis within 30 to 45 minutes, hey, I'm talking to the other guys in the shop. I'm trying to find out, what have I missed? Is there something going on here that I don't know? And with the hotline, you have that ability also. If you've gone 45 minutes and you don't know where to go, give us a holler.
The Identifix Repair Hotline, a friendly team of master technicians dedicated to working with you to find your fix.